Restaurants inside New York City's congestion pricing zone scrambling to keep their customers. Some of them are offering to pay the $9 toll. Fox 5's Good Day New York co-host Rosanna Scotto joins me now. Rosanna, welcome to the show.
Thank you,
You own
Stuart.
a restaurant.
Yes.
And you offered your customers, I think it was on Friday, you offered to pay the $9 congestion toll. What's the response?
Well, Stuart, a great response, because people right now are angry. I don't know what's going to happen in 6 months from now, but right now they're angry. And, you know, you and I were talking about the streets of New York City. They're quiet.
Yes, they are.
Now, usually, traditionally, January, February, quiet in New York City, especially for restaurants. But there's an anger. People are very upset that they can't use their cars. Last week, we saw a drop in the number of people at our restaurant. I've talked to other restaurateurs who say the same thing. So we're trying to sweeten the pot a little bit, encouraging people to come out with taking $9 off their bill.
I didn't know you owned a restaurant.
Yes, 31 years, Stuart.
Yeah, I didn't know that either.
Midtown Manhattan. So anybody below 60th Street will now face a $9 toll during peak hours. $2.50, I think, overnight hours.
Yes,
but
I come in at 4 o'clock in the morning.
So you're getting a deal.
I think it's $2.50 is what we're paying.
You're getting a deal at that time. But, you know, I think right now the MTA is saying that they see more people using the subways, about a 10% increase right now. Some people on the subway, they're complaining that it's too congested in the subway and that the MTA didn't do the right thing by having more cars available for people taking the subway now that they've put this congestion pricing toll out there. So
I just don't know what New York's going to do. I mean, the subway system, the transportation system, desperately needs money. And people are not using the subways, although it's picked up now. You know, what else are they going to do?
I don't know, but New Yorkers are very upset with the MTA. They just feel like it's this big bureaucratic abyss of waste. And, you know, if there was a way that we knew that the money that we were giving them was going to be spent properly, then go right ahead. But I think New Yorkers are a little leery right now.
Tired of mismanagement, I think.
Yes.
A bit like Los Angeles, actually, isn't it?
But everybody's looking right now at New York City to see how it goes here. Yep. San Francisco, D.C., Boston, Chicago. So we have the eyes of the world looking to see how congestion pricing takes off here.
Change the subject for just one moment. New York City is going to shut down 13 more migrant shelters. They're going to shut them down by June. I guess there's less demand for them. In general terms, what's your judgment of Mayor Adams' handling of the migrant crisis?
Well, he's tried his very, very best. And right now, I think he's looking to see with what President-elect Donald Trump is going to do when he gets into office. Because right now, everybody's concerned with the deportation. How is that going to work? Will Mayor Adams jump on board with President-elect Trump? But, you know, over the last 2 years, we've seen over 200,000 people come to New York City, and we've put them up. Yep. We've given them shelter, food cards, schooling, free legal services, you name it, they've gotten it. But the mayor has encouraged people to leave the system. And I think this is one way we've seen a drop in the number of migrants coming here every week. At one point, we had 4,000 to 6,000 migrants coming a week. Now it's probably less than 1,000. We've seen some of our parks taken away. Randall's Island, where city kids go to play sports after school because, you know, we live in a concrete jungle. They could not go there for the last year or so, but now they're going to close down that and Floyd Bennett Field. But they are opening up another shelter, Stuart, where they're going to house over 2,200 single men in the Bronx. So it's not like they're closing everything down. There are going to be other places where they're opening up shelters.
In some ways, you've got to take your hat off to New York City for putting up these people and paying for them. I mean, that's the law. We had to do it, but New York, we have a heart.
We do have a heart.
We did it.
We do have a heart. And, you know, it'll be interesting to see how it goes in the next few months when President-elect Donald Trump comes here.
Yeah, indeed. You know what I'm going to be interested in? How many people move out of Los Angeles for good?
You know, it's interesting. I've talked to some people who live, sadly, in the fire zones and whose homes have been destroyed. And I've asked them, what do you think you'll do? Will you rebuild in that area? And many of my friends said they're leaving.
Where they're going?
Leaving the state.
So
they didn't say
the
where.
state.
They're leaving the state.
tough to go to
They're
Florida.
very
Different
angry
culture.
with the governor and the mayor there.
They'll go to Texas?
It'll be interesting to see if they go to Texas or, you know, Florida. This is like unscientific survey.
I doubt
but
they're
that's
coming
what
to
I've
New
heard.
Jersey, where I live.
I don't think they want to come to another high-tax state like New York, but who knows?
Rosanna Scotto, thank you very much for joining us.
Stuart, thank you so much.
We're going to watch a special. It's called The Underground Economy. It's available now on Fox Nation. Rosanna, thank you very much.
Thank you, Stuart.